When people talk about Amelia Heinle and her love life lately, it can sound like there's a brand new romance in the picture. But if you look a little closer, that's not really the case. As of early 2026, there's no solid indication that she has a new boyfriend. Instead, most of the conversation has been centered on something far more familiar: her connection with her ex-husband, Thad Luckinbill. Their story goes back quite a while. The two met through their work on The Young and the Restless, where they played Victoria Newman and J.T. Hellstrom, a couple whose on-screen relationship had plenty of ups and downs. Off-screen, though, their bond turned into a real-life marriage in 2007. Over the years, they built a life together and raised two children, which is part of why fans have always felt invested in their relationship. When news of their divorce filing came out in 2017, it surprised a lot of people. From the outside, they seemed like one of those steady soap couples who had made it work beyond the set. After that, they largely kept their personal lives private, which only added to the curiosity whenever their names started coming up together again. Fast forward to 2025, and that curiosity picked up in a big way. Reports and fan chatter began suggesting that Heinle and Luckinbill had reconnected. It wasn't presented as anything overly dramatic or public, but more like two people with a long shared history finding their way back to each other. Descriptions like giving love another shot and rekindling what they once had started circulating, and naturally, that struck a chord with longtime viewers. From there, the speculation grew. Some fan communities and entertainment snippets began hinting at the possibility of a deeper commitment, even floating engagement rumors. A few went as far as to suggest that Luckinbill may have proposed around Christmas 2025, which then led to talk of a possible wedding in 2026. It's the kind of narrative that feels almost like a soap storyline itself. A couple divorces, spends time apart, then reunites years later with a fresh perspective. Still, it's important to separate what's been confirmed from what's simply being discussed. While there does seem to be a consistent thread pointing toward a renewed connection between them, the engagement and wedding details remain unverified. Much of that comes from fan speculation and scattered reports rather than anything officially announced by either Heinle or Luckinbill. What makes this situation stand out is that it's not about moving on to someone new, but rather revisiting something meaningful from the past. Relationships like that often carry a different kind of depth. There's shared history, family, and years of understanding that don't just disappear. That's likely why fans are so drawn to the idea of them finding their way back to each other. In the end, the most accurate way to look at it is this. There's no clear evidence of a new romance in Amelia Heinle's life, but there are strong indications that she and Thad Luckinbill may have reconnected. Whether that leads to something long-term or remains a private, evolving relationship is something only time will tell. For now, it's less about a new chapter with someone else and more about the possibility of continuing an old one, just in a different way.